dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but not exactly. Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us, but nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Xion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renins and Danins do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renins I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danins backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Xion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
An opponent like this should be easy.
We're engaging! Destruction! Fire in the hole! Destruction!
Fire support! True gunslinger around here. Here goes! Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Lightning orb!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Go no further!
Forward blade!
Sleep now.
I can carve through walls! No steel can stand up to these fists!
Let the mark
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Got it!
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
of you! Dance in the wind! Please help! I'll be saving this one! You'll have no mercy!
You're finished!
Lightning orb!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Water! Hear my call! In here! That's my cue!
Its armor's too strong! Shut him down! Carve through armor! Destruction!
Seal! Circle!
Talon Hurricane!
Rip it! Arch seal!
Talon Hurricane!
Mission! Not in your dreams!
Lightning Rush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Destruction!
Now! Julie! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Right, here goes! Now you learn!
Hear my call!
I'm not done! Destruction!
Fury! Burning strike! Water! They really don't give up, do they?
It's over!
Now you
see what I can do! Destruction! Swallow Blade! First strike!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Searing flame! Powered up! This one's mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Where are you going?
Eagle Dive!
Do it! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Seems about right to me.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
You think that shield will save you? Do it! Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Hear me!
I'll tear you apart!
Anything
My
now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Nicely done.
It's on.
Ignite!
Not in your dreams!
Nothing gets by me.
I won't show you any mercy!
Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Poseidon! Got you!
Do as I say!
That frickin' does it.
You're mine!
Stand to the wind!
I'm on it.
You're on! Destruction! Talon Hurricane!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. I'm on it.
It's in the sky! It's mine!
It's
This
over.
one's mine!
Go away.
Now or never! Pierce through! Sonic Thrust! Swallow Blade!
Here's your door! Mega Ray! Annihilation!
You.
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
Mega Ray! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
with that shining foe over there?
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
This one's all mine. Got you now.
Burning! You're mine! I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
Oh my lord!
Why can't they just sit still?
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Flash! Here I come! It's over!
Laser spear. Here's evil.
Here I come!
Lightning orb.
Now escape! Destruction!
Do you require a hand?
Annihilation.
Can't get out of
Now.
Destruction!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
It's in the sky. It's mine.
Destruction!
Here's a healer. More without response.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat that! I'll smash you!
Laser spear. Where are you going? I'll be safe.
I'll tear you apart! Watch it!
Raging storm.
Tectonic
More
denied! Talent storm!
Destruction! You're finished!
Healing circle.
Destruction! Dazzle!
Here I come. Hear my call. Raging cascade. Here's evil.
Now we're just getting started.
More without. Here it goes. Lightning. Air thrust. Eat this. Not in your dreams.
Take this!
Eagle! Strike!
Now you see what I can do!
Take this! Slash! Rising Wyvern!
There.
Now I'm in the groove! Tear you apart! Rip and tear! I'm just getting started! Slash! Nothing gets by me!
Lightning orb.
You're finished!
Raging cascade.
Now I'm real mad!
Here I come!
Power of water. I'll be speaking this way. Primed and ready.
Rising Kraken!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing arc. Where are you going?
Eagle assault!
Here I come!
Raging storm. There.
Swarm of blades!
Lightning orb.
Ready to burn!
Lightning condense.
Carve through armor!
I'm not done!
Forward snap!
I'm not done! Destruction! Swarm of Blades!
Talon hurricane!
Hurricane! Only getting started. Astral energy.
Say no more!
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
That'll teach us for getting cocky. Man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Take this!
Lightning orb!
Swallow blade!
It's a dual jump! Wind astral energy!
Destruction!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Lightning orb!
Destruction!
Dance in the wind!
An astral arc?
That's my cue!
Far enough!
Shut him down!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Let the marksman handle this! More with that hit from Hammy! Flame of fury!
You're mine!
Water! Clear my cup! I never miss! Lightning raging cascade! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There's always room for improvement.
Now you'll learn!
Thank you. You'll pay for what you did!
You got spirit!
Raging storm!
Wicked hair! Destruction!
Take
this! Damn it, Bennett!
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! Raging storm!
That's like it does it! Swallow dance! Dazzle!
Hear me! Flame of
Here and now!
Let me help!
Far enough!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Here I come!
I can carve through armor.
You're finished!
Swallow flight!
First strike! Talon
Healing
Here I come!
I'm ready!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Whirlwind snap!
Here's a healing art! This one's mine!
Destruction!
Hit! Go Talon Blade!
It was
Thunder Blade!
Crush! You're finished!
Healing circle! Got you! Dance in the wind!
Whirlwind
Steel! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! First aid!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Hearing! Flame of fury!
Laser steel! Run you through! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
That's much better.
First strike! Destruction!
Raging storm!
Rising
Stream!
No! Lunar Rondo! You're mine!
Raging
You're finished!
storm!
Dragon Shout! Stun up!
Here I come!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here's the
Destruction!
Far enough.
Crush!
All good things come to an end.
Searing flame! Reload!
These fists have got your name on them!
Swallow dance!
Lightning raging cascade!
Eagle of Summer!
Healing now!
Destruction!
Astral energy!
Say no more! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
This looks nice and tough.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria. What's this thing?
Go no further! I never miss!
Take down their defenses! On my lord! Frickin' does it! Rising Wyvern! No escape!
Air thrust!
Destruction!
It's almost too strong.
Be my guest!
Glacial spear! Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Get lost!
Charges to me! Now I can carve through armor! Take this!
Raging storm! Glacial spear!
Showdown between blade and fist!
Here goes!
Got spirit! Rip and tear!
Magic in air! Field!
I'm just getting
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
I'm out of ammo! Back
Fly!
into the front!
I'm just getting started!
Is it in the sky? Mine! Lost! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
By the power of
Swallow
water!
blade!
Radiant lightning orb!
Destruction!
Dance in the wind! Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well then, let's keep moving.
It's on! I see what it is!
I never miss!
Destruction! I can carve through armor! Like steel!
I'll take my revenge on you! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Photon blast!
Swallow blade!
Reload!
Swallow dance! Can't get out of this! Take this! First strike!
Reload!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
foul forest?
This looks nice and... tough?
Hi, Hoodle! Sleep now.
I'm going in! It's over! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Here, let me help.
Not a chance!
Confiscated! First aid!
Take this!
Breaking storm!
You're finished!
Eat this! Shield!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Sleep now.
Destruction!
That's
like it does it!
Here's a healing arc.
I can carve through armor!
First aid!
I really hate you. Die!
Crossblade!
Swallow this!
I never miss!
Destruction! Eagle assault! Destruction! On your knees!
now!
Take this!
Power!
Get through!
Light
Solid hurricane!
Here's a healing
Fire
arc.
dragon!
I
really owe you one. Far enough! It's enough! Talon storm! You're mine! Just getting started! Rip and tear!
Thunderblade!
Here I come!
Reload!
It's over!
Radiant!
You're mine! First strike!
I'm out of ammo!
Come back!
First aid!
Rip and tear!
Anything you want!
Slice!
Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Everyone hanging in there?
Backing down! Armor won't save you!
Here goes! Not on my watch!
You require a hand.
Careful! Camouflage!
No further! Swallow blade!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Here, let me help.
I'm on him! On your knees!
This one's mine! I never miss! Raging storm!
You're mine!
Razor Cyclone! Gemini Orbital!
On your knees!
Leave the target to me!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Whirlwind
Here, let me help! First aid! Elysium! Raging Cascade!
Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Pierce through!
Here, let me help!
Slash! It's over!
First aid!
Destruction! You're done! Here I come! Storm! You're finished! Crush! Crumble!
Raging
Destruction! Armor won't save you! I'm on a roll now! I really owe you one. Crush! Rip and tear! The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that!
It's time! Glimmer dragon!
Raging
Take
Cascade!
this!
Do it! Frozen!
Hammer!
Here's a healing arc!
My turn!
Power
Swallow blade! Coming through! Inferno!
Will this help?
Not in your dreams!
That's the spot.
This one's mine! I never miss! Long flight!
Water, hear my call! Watch it! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kitara!
These fists have got your name on them!
Freeze Lancer!
Take it!
I'll heal you all!
I'm not done! Now you see what I can do!
Lightning Orb! Healing Circle!
I really owe you one.
I'll fix you up!
Swallow this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Talon Storm! I'll heal you all! Pile! Healing Circle! I'll fix you up! Recover!
Big blast! In a bind? I'll finish you here and now!
There's one more! Lightning! This isn't Don't get in my way! I'll heal your energy!
It was nice while it lasted.
Healing Circle! Lightning Condemned! You're mine! Thunder Blade!
Just destruction!
Here, let me help! Dance in the wind!
Watch Power Blade!
Shield! Sight! I'm only getting
Do it!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
They really made us work for that one.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than... that. What could it be?
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going? Destruction! I'll smash you!
Here we go again.
Here's a helios!
Strike!
Destruction!
Damn it, Bennett! It's over!
Annihilation!
Locked and loaded!
Take this!
You're mine!
Laser spear! Here's a vortex! Air thrust! Energy! Annihilation! Hear me! Final hit! Laser spear! Pierce you! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
And thus our strength yet grows.
way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Choice. Bring him down! Denied! No further! Tear you apart!
Here
mine!
Not on my watch! Searing
You're finished!
Destruction!
I'll tear you apart! Split it open! Be my guest! Destruction! I'm not done! Tear you apart!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant light! Here!
Armor won't save you!
I'm out of
Like deal? It's over!
You see what happened there as you crossed? If it didn't have done it.
Seems about right to me.
A breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's mine!
I'll tear you apart!
You're
more!
That's freaking cool! Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
Hit a word.
Thank you.
These fists have got your name on them. Nothing gets by here.
It's over!
Shattering blow. Breathe in. Here I go. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Dragon shout. In a bind. Eagle assault. Far enough.
Not on my watch! Annihilation!
I'll smash you.
Radiant
Here I come.
Lightning
Eat
orb!
this.
Light lightning orb!
Swallow blade.
Water!
Eagle gun. We're on a roll now.
Flame of fury!
Swallow blade.
It's weakened!
You're mine. This ends now. Swallow blade.
Red!
It's over.
Dance in the wind!
Take
Air
this.
thrust!
Come on.
Lightning!
Stop.
Downfall!
Eat this.
Here I come!
Now it's in the glory. Here I come. It's over.
Dance in the wind! Breeze Lancer! Sleep now!
Let's let you all down.
Ignite!
This one's mine!
Eagle assault!
Here we go!
Swallow blade! I'm on it!
I'm out of ammo!
No further!
Weapon
Destruction!
Like
Denied!
Air thrust!
Now!
Not on my watch! Radiant
I can carve through armor!
Here! Now! Deploying! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
A hard-won victory.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Place to look. Straight.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something. getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live. Those with power set the example, and those without are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Miez. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesbold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down and miss the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Here I come! Destruction!
Far enough! I'm all stopped up!
Sealed!
You're finished!
Right!
Dust to dust! Water, hear my call!
Splash! Heal!
No blood flame!
Here's the evil! Here's another Freeze Lancer! My astral energy!
Destruction!
My astral energy!
I'm such a bitch.
Enough! Stay away from my friend! Take this! You're finished!
Healing!
Destruction!
I'll bring you back from depths of...
I can only rely on myself.
Here's a healing art! First aid! This one's mine!
Now I'm in the groove.
Glacial field! Here's the evil!
Denied! Shattering of pieces! Attack time! No more place!
Not on my watch!
Take this!
With astral energy! Lightning conduct! I'm out! Back into the fray! Hear me! Lightning raging cascade!
Here I come! It's time! You're mine!
Dance for me!
Here's a healing ready to go!
Time to let it rip!
First aid!
Attack time!
Photon blast! Lightning condemned! Thunder blade!
Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! Thunder field! Armed and ready! Photon this one's mine! Raging cascade!
Smash you!
Take this!
Here's a healing art! Light! I'll
Take
heal you
this!
all! Confiscated!
Right!
Destruct!
Far enough!
Take this!
It's over!
First strike!
Lightning orb! Back into the fray!
Try harder! There! Thanks!
Here's a healing art!
Destruction!
Come and get it! I'm
Now back into the fray!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
anything in armor is all mine!
Light axe raging cascade! Healing!
It's over!
Now I'm in the groove!
Florida!
In a bind?
Glacial
I'll
field!
tear you
I'll
apart!
be saving this breeze lancer!
What?
You're mine! Take this!
It's in the fire!
It's over!
In here!
Here I come!
I'll be saving this
Not my fight!
You'll pay for that! There! Thanks! Here I come!
I'm on him!
It's over! Destruction!
Eagle Gun!
You're finished!
Far enough! In a bind? Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Take it!
I'm just getting started!
Destruction! Here I come!
Rise!
Not on my watch! By the power of water!
I'm on it!
Glacial spear! Here's the swirl!
You're mine!
Well done! Where are you going?
It's over!
Here
Here I come! You're mine!
Not my fight!
Take this!
Do it!
Here's a healing! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'll heal you all!
Crush!
Take that! Handle it! Lightning condemned!
Easter!
Thunderblast!
Denied!
Hear my call!
Thank you.
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on him!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
No further!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that.
Yeah, take it away!
Flame of fury!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Thunder
You will suffer! See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Here's evil! I never miss! Feel!
Behold my
Here's
true
evil!
power!
Looks bad.
Wits about you, people!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
It's on!
I'm on!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Crown!
Now or never.
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
Destruction!
Dance in the wind!
It's over!
I'll finish you here and now!
Take this!
I'll finish you here and now!
Smash you!
More where that came from! I'm all here stuff! Here's annihilation!
Here, let me help!
Try harder!
Gale Force!
Rip and tear!
Take this! Destruction!
Nothing gets by me!
You're finished!
Thank you.
Here I come! Destruction! It's over! Curse through!
Sleep now. Where are you going?
I'll finish you here and now!
Not in your dreams!
Eagle Fly!
By the way of water! Thunder Blade! I don't do that all day!
Blow away!
Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Blood here!
Strike!
Feel!
Hurricane!
Raise the pile!
I can carve through. Watch this!
Take out! You're mine!
I'm on!
Is this it?
You will!
Not done
Raging
yet!
Not while I'm around, she isn't.
You're mine!
Raging Storm!
Take this! You're finished!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arms aren't so special. And now, you're mine! This one's mine!
You will
Smash you!
behold my... Power!
I'll not in your dreams!
First strike!
Here I come!
Glacial Spear!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
I'll finish you here and now!
Destruction!
Solid hurricane!
Destruction!
I was overconfident.
You will!
Everyone still doing all right?
Never mind us. You worry. About you, Rinwell.
Right! I've still got fight in me yet!
This should do it.
Behold my
again!
You're mine!
Thunder Blade!
Not done yet! Crush! It's over!
Healing!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity!
It's over!
Chaotic disaster!
Thunder Blade!
Here I come!
I'll end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home.